Mike Owens with Inside Fighting here, joined today by the living legend, Liam the Hitman Harrison, who returns to action 168. Liam, always a pleasure to sit down and chat. How are things with you today?
Yeah, going well, mate. Training's going well. Feeling good, feeling sharp, feeling fit and strong. So yeah, no complaints from my end.
It has been too long without a Liam Harrison fight announcement, my friends. Well, good to see you back in action. How are your emotions ahead of what has been a long awaited return?
I'm in a good place at the minute. I'm happy with how everything's going. It was been a tough couple of years. It's been a bit rough. I've been in a few shitty places mentally and physically, but we've got through it. I've had help from a great rehab team, all my bad company family, and my friends and family. Everyone around me has been incredible. Um, so yeah, I'm itching now to get let off the leash and get back in there.
I have to ask, and I'm sure you've been asked about this in all your interviews, but how is everything with the knee and the body more generally?
Yeah, everything's fine. I wouldn't be coming back if I thought there were going to be any problems or stuff like that. I'd have just stayed retired. Um, there's no point getting in there and giving people don't want to see a watered down version of Liam Harrison. They want the hitman,
Mm.
and that's what they're going to get on the 6th of September.
We'll get back to the interview in just a second, but first, college football is finally back, and Inside Fighting have partnered with DraftKings to bring you an amazing new offer. New DraftKings customers who bet $5 receive $200 in bonus bets instantly just by signing up using promo code Inside Fighting. Enjoy. Was it a difficult process to get back, and if so, was it more difficult from a physical or from a mental standpoint?
Mentally, it was horrendous. An injury like that, listen, when you do your ACL, 30% of people it goes again. 30% of people don't ever return to top level sport, and there's only 30% of people who can get back to tenth, and then there's 10% of people who get back but don't quite get where they want to be. I am lucky. I've had a great rehab guy, and everyone around me has been amazing. They've helped get me back to where I am now. So it was tough, and it was draining mentally and physically, and I did nearly lose my mind a few times. But it's all in the past now. It's here. I don't even think about it anymore. It's like it hasn't happened. I feel good. I feel sharp, and I'm ready to go.
Liam, what was your first reaction when you draw the name Seksan?
I've made no bones about it. I've wanted to fight Seksan for quite a while. He's a hero of mine. He's a legend, and I've said openly, me and him we can probably create something real special for the fans. I've never been called his name out of like disrespect or hate or anything like that. It's been out of love and admiration, just because he's one of the legends of this era. I fought every legend of this era other than him, so I can get his name on the list. That's going to be something special. And like I said, I think we'll just be able to create a crazy fight for the fans, and it'll be one to be remembered.
Are you surprised this fight hasn't happened? Because I actually checked your record before we jumped on, just to double check that you guys hadn't crossed paths, and I was just making sure. It's at least to me, it's surprising that you guys haven't fought. Is it surprising to you?
But there was talk of it a few times before, and it was going to happen in England, and it was going to happen in Thailand, and it never materialised. It's one of them things, and then here we are now. And I'm glad it never happened before, because we're getting to do it now on the biggest stage in the world, on one championship, on Sky Sports. Everyone's going to be watching. So yeah, it'll be crazy.
This might be the stupidest question I asked you, but what kind of fight are you expecting?
It's going to be absolute carnage, isn't it, really? I mentioned to someone before, I reckon if I went on back foot and fought and picked him off and fought a perfect game plan, I think I could beat him quite convincingly. But no more to see that. They want to see us go at it. They want to see two pit bulls let off the leash and go at each other and rip each other to bits. And I know he's going to try and come do that to me, and I'm going to try and do that to him. And I don't even know what's going to happen in this fight. All I know is everyone's in for a treat.
You've always had that mentality, or at least as far as I can tell, you've always had that mentality of entertaining the fans rather than eking out a win. Why is that? Why has that always been kind of at the forefront of your mind?
This is an entertainment sport. We are entertainers. Do you know what I mean? We're not just fighters. You win the hearts of the crowd by fighting like that, and I enjoy doing it. Do you know what I mean? I would quite happily lose a fight on point, knowing that I've gone in there and I've fought my hardest and really gone to war, and everyone's been entertained. Then come away with a win, and it's been the most boring fight of the night. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. That's just how I am. And it's how I enjoy fighting. Like, I enjoy fighting hard. So yeah, it's. I'm looking forward to it.
At this stage of your career, Liam, is the kind of the fights that interest you, has that changed? Are you looking more at these legend versus legend fights at the last stage of your career, if you will?
I'm not looking at anything past this fight, to be honest. I'm just looking
Mm.
one step at a time, one fight at a time. I don't have anyone on my radar after this, and so I'm not thinking about anything after this until this one's out of the way. So yeah, like I say, I'm not really looking to pick anyone else after this. I've got this fight, all my energy's going into it, and then I'm going to do one fight at a time, one step at a time, no pressure on myself whatsoever. I will look back at it after this fight, and I will assess everything, and then go, right, this is where we go from here.
So it's almost fighting for the fun of it, if you will.
Yeah, 100% fighting for the enjoyment, and I just want to enjoy myself. This is my twilight of my career, and there's no pressure. I just want to get in there and have fun.
Do you still look at having things that you want to accomplish? I.e., is there a goal that you're still setting yourself that that's what I want to achieve before it's all said and done, or is it, as you say, just fight by fight, moment by moment?
Yeah, just fight by fight. Like I said, I don't want to start doing this. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to win this and win that and do this. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I just want to enjoy every fight as it comes, take it as it comes, enjoy it, and then I'll think about, right, that's out of the way. Now, what do I want to do? One step at a time.
What do you make of the One Championship and Sky Sports deal? I mean, I think we've had conversations in gyms at times about how do we grow this sport, and it's certainly grown since I've been had the pleasure of covering it, but still has a long way to go. So obviously, a massive news for us over in the UK to get the premier sports broadcaster on board.
Yeah, 100%. I've been waiting my whole career for this. It's a shame it's come at the twilight of mine, but it's amazing for the up and coming fighters and the guys in the prime getting to fight live on Sky Sports, getting all more. It's just going to make the sport more popular. They're going to have more eyes on it. A lot of my friends now who usually only come and watch me fight or tune in when I'm fighting, even they're staying up and watching these shows and stuff now. So it is just getting more eyes on it, and it's amazing for all the young up and comers. Going to give them something to aim for. It'll probably get more people in gyms when they see it on Sky and stuff like that. So yeah, it's incredible.
From a British fighter perspective, who's been impressing you at the moment?
British.
British, yeah, the Brits.
Nico Carrillo just looks like he's something out of Universal Soldier, mate. He's absolutely ridiculous. He's an absolute machine. I think he's incredible. He's a great athlete. He's so big. He's so strong. He's an absolute beast of a man. Amy Perney, also from Scotland. She fought last month, or maybe start of this month. One punch knockout, unbelievable. So she looked great. Um, yeah, obviously Haggett is doing his thing up there as well. He's bringing a good place for the UK Muay Thai fighters. There's a lot of talent, and there's a lot of talent coming through as well.
I know there's been a little bit of a tension, if you will. I'm not going to call it a beef, but there's been a slight tension between yourself and John, if I can call it that. Where are you and Jonathan Haggerty at the moment?
No, we're not anywhere, mate. We're never going to be friends. He don't like me. I don't like him. But like I say, I'm a grown ass man. I can't be asked with the school ground, playground bullshit. You know what I mean? If I ever see him, I'll just ignore him. He'll probably just ignore me. I don't wish bad on him. I don't even wish that he loses this fight. I've already said in other interviews, may the best man win. I'd never wish bad on any athlete. Um, may the best man win in his fight. And like I say, we'll never be friends, but it is what it is.
Was there something that specifically started, if you don't mind me asking, was there something that started that? Because I remember I remember the first time I actually ever interviewed you, I said, who was the person you'd like to have most on kicking it with Liam Harrison from a fighter perspective? And you told me Jonathan Haggerty. So what specifically kicked it
Mate,
off?
I was always Haggerty's biggest cheerleader. I went on Joe Rogan and even said to Joe, I said, "Oh, look out for this guy. He's fucking class." I've always cheered him on when he's won, and then he just kept saying all these little snidey remarks about me and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, that's weird." And it kept happening, and people kept tagging me in it, and he kept doing it. And then he said, "Oh yeah, I'll knock Harrison out in one round, easiest fight in division," and all this bullshit. So he really just started it, all the arrogant and weirdness and that. But it is what it is. I'm not into this playground bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm a grown ass man. I'm 38 years old. It's let him do it.
Do you think Do you think we see a One Championship UK show anytime soon? I mean, I know Chattrey's done interviews where he's talked about Wembley Arena or something like that. How realistic do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be around if it does happen by the time it does. I'd love it to happen over within the next 6 months so I could get on it. But whether it does or not, who knows?
I know that you said then you haven't got specific goals and you're taking it fight by fight, but is there an end point? Is there a point where you go, no matter what happened at this date, that's when I'm done?
My body will tell myself. Do you know what I mean? You never know. It might be after this fight. I might get in there, and my body might not do what I want it to do, and I'll be like, you know what? There's no point me carrying on here. Might get in there and put an absolute blistering performance, which I believe I am going to do, and then I'll be like, right, okay, where do we go? So, like I say, one step at a time, and I'll know when it's time to call it.
I want to flip the script for this next question, Lee, because we're talking about guys that you haven't fought. Another guy that you're matched up with is back in action Saturday night, and that's Floyd Mayweather. He's taking on the grandson of John Gotti the third. Do you think we ever see Floyd versus Liam at some point in the future?
It would be an absolute honour to get my head punched in by him. I'd love it. Do you know what I mean? I would. I love it. I'm gutted about that fight happening, but I was fucking hobbling around on one leg waiting for my knee surgery. I don't even know why I thought I could get away with doing it. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. But yeah, I'd love it if it could come back around. It'd be an honour to get pinged around by the greatest fighter of this era.
I can remember seeing the announcement on my phone and just thinking back to some of the boxing combinations that you were throwing in the boxing gym where we first met. Where did that all come from? Because a very, very strange book, and I know that what you just said about it then, but a strange book, and but one that I'm sure you would have relished had it came off.
They were mental. They just called me and just said, "Oh, listen, Floyd Mayweather wants to fight you." I was like, "What?" They were like, "He's coming to England. He's doing an exhibition. He wants to fight you." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And then they were like, "Listen, he does. His manager's going to call you in like 10 minutes." I was like, "Eh." Next minute, I'm on FaceTime to his manager, and he's like, "Do you want to fight?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it." And then obviously, my leg was just my ACL were torn, my MCL were torn, and my meniscus were all torn. There wasn't much I could fucking do. I don't even know why I thought it'd be. I went, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm trying to hit the pads, but I just couldn't. Yeah, I just couldn't. My body just couldn't. I couldn't barely even walk, let alone fight the best fighter of the last fucking 30 years or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it'd have been a bit stupid on my part.
Who do you think hangs up the gloves first, Liam Harrison or Floyd Mayweather? Because it doesn't look like, I know he's taken these, strange exhibition matches, but it doesn't look like he's stopping anytime soon.
I don't know, you know. Let's see. He'll probably still. The thing is, he's that good. He can go into his 50s and still beat people up. He took no minimal damage he's taken throughout his career. So he still trains every single day. He's an incredible athlete, even for his age. So he'll probably go into his 50s.
Well, last one from me, Liam, and thank you so much for the time as always. You can be as brief or as detailed as you like with this one. But what I like to finish all my interviews by doing is asking for a walkthrough of your perfect fight day. So I'd like to know, as you envisage September 6th, how do you see it from you wake up in the morning to when you go to sleep at night?
Wake up, get a lovely breakfast inside me, which I will have been ready for after doing a weight cut. Through the day, I don't know. It depends. I like to have a little move around and walk about. I don't like to expend too much energy. I'll eat, I'll sleep, I'll eat, I'll sleep. I'll get to the venue, I'll get my hand dropped. We get in there, we put on an absolute barnstormer of a fight. Me and Seksan, which ends up with me knocking him out. Get a lovely 50 grand bonus off the boss for the KO. And then I go to the bar and I drink Denver dry. That's what will be my perfect day and night.
Proper northern way to end the day. I love it. Liam, it is always a pleasure catching up, my friend. Great to see you back in action. It really is. And I wish you the best of luck for this next fight.
Cheers, mate. See you soon, pal.